Hey fellas, Rusty coming at you. Hey, I went and I picked up a Boker Strike. This is a BladeOps exclusive and it comes in S30V. Now, I don't know when you're going to see this video, but 49 bucks. I couldn't pass it up. It's got a stonewash clip. Hopefully you're picking that up. It's really a nice stonewash, and the stonewash blade here. It doesn't have a sharpening choil and no milling. And the Boker strikes they come from the factory. They're not auto, they are converted. And so I actually picked up a couple extra springs, but you can take the knife apart and you put the spring inside your pivot. There's a place for it, and if they break, you can buy them. I picked up 2 for $8 from BladeOps just in case. And let's see here. It's hard to do one-handed. Got the camera in this hand. It had some blade wobble, so I backed it off and I put a tad of KPL in there. I tightened it up and I worked it with my hand. No jokes now. And this backed it off a bit. I got no blade play, and let's check out that. Okay, not too bad. It's getting better here. We'll take it inside. We'll take a peek. If I forget to mention in there, aluminum handles, but they feel like Zytel. In fact, I wish they put Zytel on here. It wouldn't ding up. You're going to see a lot of used Bokers have show a lot of wear on the handle. So we'll see inside. And we're inside, and we're going to take a closer look here at the Boker Strike. This is again the BladeOps exclusive. See if you can see what this stonewash looks like. And again, this aluminum is very nicely textured. Let's go ahead and open it up. You can hopefully see this stonewash here. It's almost, I would almost call it a sort of like a bead blast. A really light stonewash. Okay, I did put this edge on here. There's no sharpening choil. So that's kind of where it started and tried to stay on there. S30V, so it's a toothy edge. It did come sharp enough. So, I didn't need to sharpen it. I just kind of wanted to. You guys probably know Outpost 76 talks a lot about getting to that third edge. So a lot of knives have burnt edges. In other words, just during the manufacturing process and the grinding, they do so much grinding that it gets hot there, and that will what they call fatigue the steel. And fatigue steel is not going to hold its edge as well. And there's a lot of rumors about, or speculation that you need to get to that third edge before you get into the good metal. So anyways, I just kind of jumped ahead and put an edge on it there. It does a pretty nice carry. Got that in the pocket. Carries well. It's got nice ergos here. I just have the rat out for size, and it's not as big as the rat, as you can see. Try to line it up here. That's always hard to do. Might be better this way. So I would call it a mid-size knife here. The rat's on the verge for me of being a large knife. I think we're looking at a 3.6 inch blade. This is maybe 3 1/4, 3.3, something in there, but that's the size I like. That's actually a good size for me. And I think it's got a flat grind. It's what they would call a saber grind. This is much like a Benchmade Griptilian look. So not a lot of flopping around in different types of positions. It's like the S30V Cogent with this hump here, which is nice for, you know, a finger guard. You can't get past, you know, you can hold on to the right knife for stabbing. You got this jimping, and we'll take this out of the way. And what they call a plunge lock, which is a button lock. And I like to see this. So check out your button lock knives and see if you see milling all the way across what it looks like on the top of your blade here, because that's where the lockup is. And so when your button down here, that little thing pops out and goes into that hole, you want that hole shaped nicely. A lot of people complain about, yeah, I do have the slightest up and down. And as I mentioned, I had to tighten this to get rid of some side to side. They put these together at BladeOps, and I think they leave it loose on purpose, so it comes shooting out. If you tighten that up, it's hard to get out. So, well, $49 if you check them out. I don't know if they're going to be available when I release this. Follow me on Instagram, and I gave a notice on that. If you guys want, send me, email me and say you want on a list. I email about 4 or 5 people every time I find what I think is a good deal, kind of notify some people. You can email me at rustyminerknives.com, and I'll put you on a list. I do a blind carbon copy, so you don't know who's, you get to stay anonymous that way. All right, guys, thanks again.